try to get you some shots when I get over there. He might be a helicopter type. The only thing good about the Microchannel is they don't hold a lot of refrigerant.
Okay.
Let me open it up and look inside,
okay,
and see if the capacitor and all that's good before we even start it, okay?
Right.
That's when they decide they want half, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, well, I was the one that, filed. And I made out pretty good considering you get screwed. A lot of guys get screwed really bad, but yeah, I did okay.
Alright, so let's see if there's even any gas in it, first of all. If there's gas in it,
then it's something else.
then, no, it probably just needs a little douche.
Oh, okay, alright.
But if it's out completely, then you're in trouble.
Alright.
Let's not rush to judgment here.
Yeah.
Let's see what the hell happened. I think I worked on your heating system here one time.
You did. Yeah. You got a little unit upstairs on the second floor.
I thought I worked on something in the basement.
Oh, you worked on that one, that's right. You worked on the furnace in the basement.
Yeah, we got some. We're at 80, so we're pretty low.
Okay.
This is a 410 unit. We should be, see, at 80 psi.
Yep.
On today's, how warm is it out today? Say 70,
Yeah.
75.
Right now, probably, yeah.
See, 410A, right? 410A. That's the third column in. At 75, should be 220 psi.
Wow.
So you're really low on refrigerant.
Okay.
See it, 75?
Yeah, I don't have my glasses, but I believe you.
75, the third column, 410A.
Yeah.
Oh, we're at 80, but
Yeah, yeah.
say 80.
So what does that mean?
80?
Bad stuff, or you just...
It should be 240 psi at
Okay.
at 80 at 75 degree at that pressure.
Okay.
And we're not. So this condenser right here
Yep.
is really low. Now, if you want air conditioning, I got to add refrigerant to it
Right.
so it works. It's
Yeah.
low on refrigerant.
Right, right.
Where the leak is, it could be in this coil, it could be in the coil inside.
Do you think it's like a slow leak?
I don't know. How
It's
long
hard
has it
to
been
tell.
since you've had it?
I haven't had it on since last year, so I just put it on this year.
Did it work last year?
Yeah.
Do you want me to put some in so you got air conditioning for now or not?
Well, yeah, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously, if it doesn't last.
That's probably what I would recommend you do, is put it in for now and see how long it lasts. Unless it's a major. If it was a major leak, this would be really low.
Yeah. Do they generally leak over time? The slow leaks, or after years, in operation?
Well, these microchannels are known to leak out here in these coils
Yeah, yeah.
because I explained to you the way they.
All the units in general, do they eventually?
The 410A leaks quicker than the old R22 because it runs on higher pressure.
Yeah.
Usually these units after 10 years they'll start leaking.
Okay. Well, like I said, it's about that time.
They're not supposed to,
Right, right.
but there's some R22 units out there that have been out there for 30 years that don't leak. They run on lower pressure.
Okay.
So this thing when it's running, it's probably running on 300 and 350 pounds pressure.
Yep.
The R22s ran on like 250
Okay.
on the high side.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a big difference. If you're running, say you're running at 400 pounds or 200 pounds,
Right.
you're gonna leak quicker when you're running on the 400 pounds
Right,
because
makes sense.
there's more pressure.
Right.
All right, so let's start. Let me get my tank over here before we even start it.
All right.
Why don't you go turn on the thermostat inside because it's gonna need to run a little bit. One thing good about the Microchannel is they don't hold a lot of refrigerant. That's the only good thing about them. It's pretty low at 76. juice or it's not gonna work. Give it a little douche. A little douche will do ya. Give it a little douche. Douche will do ya. Put some gas in it. Give it too much. Yeah, it's icing up there. We're giving it too much. Turning white like that, that's not good. You don't want it to turn white like that. You want to give it a little bit at a time. Or 30 over the pressure is probably a good rule of thumb. Anything more than that, it's gonna be slugging it. See over here, we want it mixing. She's a leaker. What is?
No, I looked down here. I didn't see you. I thought you were in your truck. I've been sitting on the front porch. I thought you were on the phone.
No, I'm adding gas to it. Obviously, it's a leaker. Not good. You had like 75 pounds of standing pressure before I even started it. It should have been like 220.
Right.
So you got a bad leak somewhere. So I filled it up.
Yep.
And I superheat around 30. We're good with that. Now you see how this is sweaty right here?
Yep.
That's what you want to see. When it's running, after about 10 minutes or so, this wants to get sweaty and cold.
Okay.
And this wants to stop blowing hot air out. That's the heat from the house.
It is. Okay.
After about 10 minutes, you want to, once you start it, you want to check it.
Okay.
If this isn't blowing out hot air,
Yeah.
or that's not getting cold and sweaty,
Yeah.
you got an issue.
Okay. All right.
And if that ever turns to ice, it ever gets white, you come home and it's ice, it's white, you gotta shut it off here. You can open this up and just pull this out.
Okay.
And spin it around and put it back and it'll shut the unit off.
Okay.
So if it gets low on refrigerant, it's gonna ice up. It would have iced up the way you had it. The reason being is, I'll show you. Right, so it dropped down, say to 35 pounds, 410A, right? So 410A is the center column at 35 pounds, right? 35 pounds is minus 11 degrees, so that's fucking cold.
Yeah.
Minus 11, that's way below zero. You got 32, then you go to 0, and then you go to minus 11. Okay?
Yep.
So, so yeah, it can get real cold, minus 11. So that's why the ice. So now we're at 108 psi, right? Let's see what that is. 108 psi. 108, say 110. We're at 36.
Okay.
Plus the superheat, so it'll be a little warm, but it's not going to freeze at 36. Okay. 36 plus the superheat of 30. You know, we're coming back around 60. That's not going to freeze.
All right.
So that's why it ices up when you lose your charge, your suction pressure will drop. So I mean, unfortunately, if this wasn't a microchannel system, might try to fix it. I'm gonna weigh my tank, see how much I put in there. Hopefully, you're good for a year, a couple of years.
Hope so.
The best way, the cheapest way out is just go with window units. You don't like that.
I mean, I used to have it in here years ago, you know.
That's the cheapest way out.
Yeah. No, I mean, if push comes to shove, I would probably do that initially.
Just to get you by or something.
I'm not up there a lot. I'm never up there.
is when I go in there, I'm gonna put some mice traps down on wherever his computer is. So when he sits down, he put his hands on a mice trap.